This is the end of our 3 and a bit weeks of traveling. Boo. But the start of playing Essen games. So we are at the end of Essen Spiel. It's actually the next day, Monday. And we have these games. We're gonna show you all the games while we're still Essen rather than back at home. So apologize for the quality, potentially, because we're not in our studio. And hello everyone, I'm Stella.
And I'm Tarrant.
From Meeple University. We're going to show you quickly where we have been traveling really quickly in Europe. I'm going to try to put timestamps. So you're going to jump towards the Essen Spiel. You can go ahead and do it later. Yep. We're going to show you what games we have before we ship some of them back home. It will take probably like 2 weeks until we get them and play. Some we're going to bring back home. We're going to show you who we met and what games we discover. And I'm going to ask you questions as well at the end of this video about Essen and about our community. So we're going to start with showing you a quick slideshow. It's like the old one. We got the people around and I'm going to quickly show you the slideshows, what we've been up to.
Yeah, people don't do that anymore. Getting slides developed. My parents did. They had a packet of slides, but I think we only took them out and looked at them once. It was a very 70s thing to do. I guess it was a social thing, seeing someone's holiday through the slides. But by the time I came along, it was one of those things that was referenced in TV shows as a joke. It was like, it was considered the worst of, it was like the low of the low from a social gathering standpoint, was being brought around to look at someone's slides.
Well, the good thing is that they provide the people some food and drinks while you at home. Unfortunately, we can't provide you with food and drinks, so sorry about that. But
we're not stopping you from eating your own.
Yes, correct. So BYO Food and Drink. All right, let's go, Tarrant.
Let's go. Yes, this was we did 2 weeks in Europe before we went to Spiel, which was good. We flew into Paris.
Yes. So this is the first one, which is Paris Airport, which has got tube everywhere. And we're like, oh, I wonder if there's board game that have tube everywhere like this. Maybe Tokyo Highway.
Maybe.
Except it's straight.
Yeah, it was very. It's a very strange thing to see when you first go into Paris. But there it is.
Yes.
And there's us in our jet-lagged selves. We went to the Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah.
You're not going to see too many unusual things in the 6-day Paris leg of our trip.
No, it's just very touristy.
We pretty much hit the top 7 things you do in Paris as a tourist.
TripAdvisor. Thank you so much for that, TripAdvisor.
That's all right. They were good things.
Yeah,
time.
I know. And so inside it, we went inside, walk. This, mind you, this is the first day when we flew into Paris. And we didn't have enough sleep. There was like 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. when we landed. It took us a while to drop off everything at the airport, and then we started our journey. So we were pretty tired and then jet lagged.
Yes.
So this is the room of victory points.
Yes, this is halfway up the Arc de Triomphe with every victory point icon you could possibly need.
And this is at the top where you can see every single Paris that you could possibly see from the top.
Yeah, there's a few places to get views of Paris, but you get a really good view from the top. Even though it's not the highest thing, you get a really nice view from the top of the Arc de Triomphe.
And this is actually also at Arc de Triomphe.
Yes.
Now, this is the first time we're in Paris, and we discovered, is it a door? Is it a lift? It's a lift. Sorry, it's a lift. Elevator, sorry.
Elevator. Yes, bit of culture shock on the elevators. We had some very small. Well, there are 2 hotels where we had to do 2 legs to get our stuff up the stairs.
Tiny.
Because they're just such small.
And look at this, right? This is like the elevator. They're so tiny. Like you have to open it like a door. I'm like, I've never seen that before. And you from France, you'd be like, that is so normal with us. I'm like, yes. I've never seen that before. It's amazing.
Why have they wasted a minute of our time showing us this?
Yeah,
but it was
sorry.
a culture shock to us.
Keep going.
But where were those lifts? They were at the building where Equinox has their office.
Yes, which is, it has only one game, Altered, which is kind of like a TCG with digital. I played it, you played it on Board Game Arena. By the way, check out games on Board Game Arena. And they have a few people actually working on it, the graphic artists, the things. We can't really show more photos than this because they have a few cards in production and then we can't show it yet.
Yep, for new releases.
Yeah, very friendly. They show us around what's going on. There's a lot of people working on it. And here's the typical tourist attraction thing in Eiffel Tower. So went up all the way there. And
it's more ornate than I realized from a design standpoint.
I'm going to go back to that, We only have one photo for this.
Yeah, some of the details on the structure. I'd only ever seen the long distance shots. And so it was... for how ugly it was seen to be at the time it was built, it was actually more ornate than I realized.
Exactly. So the next one, you can probably guess this is Disneyland. We went to Disneyland, Disneyland World, and then Disney Studios. So in my bucket list to go to all Disneyland. Please let me know if you are like me and love Disneyland. And so I feel like I'm not alone. Please. Thanks. Thanks, please.
Yep, so there's the front gate. There's the Sleeping Beauty castle and me pretending to be asleep.
And I like the little hat there, Tarrant. It's falling apart though.
Yes, that was, I forgot to bring no, I left my hat on the plane.
No, I left it.
It's the second straight, I'm now out of broad brim hats at home because I have left them on 2 planes in the last year.
Yeah.
And so I bought that one and it is not a great hat. I don't think it's going to come back home with me, but
I think you can try. You can try to take it back home, but I think it's going to come into pieces.
Yeah.
And there's another hat that I was considering to buy for my props, but we didn't end up doing that in Disneyland. It's because very specific.
Yep, that's the Captain Hook hat. And as I learned by looking at the tag, the French name for Captain Hook is Captain Crochet.
I know.
From an English-French translation standpoint, it's one of the most delightful.
And all of a sudden, Captain Hook doesn't look so mean anymore. I'm just imagining him doing crochet.
Yes.
And this one is the shoulder magnet, which we discovered in Disneyland.
Yes, brilliant little
marketing idea.
Ploy, by Disney
scam.
There. So
no, not scam.
They were selling a lot of little shoulder-sized plushies. They stick to your shoulder.
Let me demonstrate it live.
So there's a bit of metal going under my shoulder there, and the Abu.
I'm the assistant.
Yes. Is magneting to the top there. So. Very cute and very fun, and also very, I can say very clever from a Disney standpoint because they advertise themselves. People walking around the park wearing them, lots of different options.
I did not understand first why for you would be like, I've known them, I've seen them, I've got some collections, but then we're like, whoa, how did that work? Is that magic? And we were in Disneyland, I just slightly hope that we will see real magic, but it's not real magic, sorry. Yes. And okay, so if you've been to Disneyland, you probably know that there's always a queue. Everything, like attractions, characters. So I saw Ant-Man queue. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I mean, Ant-Man is small. So this is true to its size. So I just took a selfie from afar. And that's it. That's enough.
You avoided queuing and you got the appropriate Ant-Man.
Appropriate size, correct.
Time-saving activity there. And that's all our Disney photos. I must say, they do a really...
Oh, I have a lot more, but I'm not going to show you. It's boring.
Yes, for something that is a theme park, they do a really good job of creating the illusions and creating the atmosphere. So, for...
a trap for you to spend also because there is a fast lane, so you can just pay more and then you can jump the queue. So, we got into that a little bit, a couple of times. But now we move to Mona Lisa.
Yes, the Louvre. We got to the Louvre very early in the morning. I must say it was I'm glad we I don't think they make it clear enough before you go to Paris that you really need to pre-book all your times for everything.
Yeah.
Because these big attractions, the queues are huge if you don't have a
booked tickets.
Time.
You basically can't get in, or you have to wait in the line for hours.
Yes.
Like the Eiffel Tower one, like we've seen the people with we couldn't get the direct ticket, we have to buy it through a travel agent or a guide.
Yeah.
Probably pay a bit more, but at least
Probably
we
paid 3 times more.
tourist price.
But anyhow, yes, here we are at the Louvre. We went very early, so there we are in the Mona Lisa room. Lots of good stuff to see at the Louvre. There is a photo of some French politician from the mid-1800s.
And we decided that it looks like you.
Does
A little bit.
does look a bit like
the
me.
angle is not correct, but I even like pull up a stranger and then ask him, does this look like this guy? And it's like, oh, I can't do that.
Yeah, he wanted to just escape the conversation.
Yeah, I know. This is basically is like how amazing it is inside with all the writings up there. And back then, they write it with stairs in it. They're not gonna like do it on the ground and then put it up.
Some of them,
Maybe.
some of them go in from the top. But this is where the I think it was the Louis XV's crown jewels are in that room.
Yeah. And then this is Tarrant. This is in one of the rooms there.
This Napoleon's apartments, I think it was.
Yes, it was. And here it is.
The Venus de Milo.
Mm-hmm.
And
Saint-Chapelle.
that was Louvre. And then between the Louvre and Saint-Chapelle, we went to the Notre Dame,
Yes.
the Paris Cathedral, had a look around that, or what you can, with of course that being having suffered the fire 5 years
we
ago.
couldn't even get in. And then we have these all stained glasses. Somebody make a board game. Hang on. There is already. Never mind.
Yes, we got to see a lot of European travel, lots of churches, lots of different vibes of churches and types of stained glass. That was certainly the most ornate, this one here at the Saint-Chapelle. So much detail across all of the panels in that one. Another one where you really need to book your time because the queue is halfway down the street, but this one is well worth visiting. It's probably the least known thing we went to see.
Oh, yes,
Paris,
probably. But still, it's beautiful. I want to move to Europe, close to Essen, potentially Essen or Amsterdam. Not Amsterdam, Netherlands. And then here's the cruise that we did in Paris.
Dinner cruise on a boat there. And then, we'll come back to that. Palace of Versailles.
It's very good and it's huge. I don't put a lot of photos. Basically, that's it. And here we are. We're in the walking guide or walking tour.
Yep, this is the walking. So final day in Paris. It was we spent the day in Montmartre. So did a walking tour there. Went around, ate many baguettes and other
too many
French things
and bread.
So that was the Sacré-Cœur Basilica. Here is the Moulin Rouge.
We went to the 11 p.m. show. They say it's more risky, but I don't know. I've got nothing to compare. And here it is, the Wall of Love.
Yes. Also in Montmartre. The Sacré-Cœur Basilica again. And there we go. That was our trip to Paris. And then we left Paris and we went to, you won't see any photos of it, but we went to Rennes and used that as a jumping off point to do a couple of tours around Brittany.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Bretagne, which was quite... I really enjoyed spending time as a tourist in Bretagne because you could tell they liked their regional culture and they were really proud of it. And it felt very different and they had a lot more sort of off the beaten track souvenirs and things to see. So this, we had a foggy morning, unfortunately.
Very foggy.
The Mont Saint-Michel, which is on the border of Brittany and Normandy. So
this is also...
if you are from Normandy, we also like Normandy.
Yay!
There, some socks.
Hashtag matching socks, hashtag life goals.
Macaroon socks.
Thank you.
This was the lunch we had in Cancale, which was...
It's a small little ocean city, not ocean city, like beach city.
Yeah, it was a waterfront city in Brittany, very well known for its oysters and shellfish. All the seaside restaurants were essentially shellfish restaurants, so
it's very, very fresh. And we changed this video into our travel vlog. Sorry. Okay, next. Well, not anymore. Now it's board games that we found.
On travel.
Yes.
So this is the first time we saw a whole lot of board games. Actually, no, there was one. We'll show One thing we did find, we're going back a little bit now, to when we were in the Louvre, was we saw Louvre Doppel.
Yeah.
And it was the first time that we actually saw quite a lot more doubles later on, but this was quite novel to us because spotted double is not as genericized and it's not as marketed in Australia.
Yeah, not like that.
It is in Europe.
Yeah, I mean, like in the souvenir shop, you can get like playing cards. There's probably playing cards in Australia, maybe, but there's there's this spotted. There's a few other games as well, isn't it? Like it's amazing. The board game culture is definitely more in Europe, the place we visit anyway, than in Australia. Yeah. Just hopefully it's going. Now this is a really beautiful.
Yes, so this was the walled city of Vannes, which is about an hour out of Rennes. So we went down to Vannes. That was probably we spent a day in there and just lots of fun, lots of great sights like this. I think this is the most famous image of Vannes there.
Yes.
We ate lots of different types of foods and pastries there as well. Yes. Queen Amman and Farbreton had a number of those down there. We eat a lot.
We ate a lot, like so much.
I'm quite concerned to see the scales when we get back home.
I will avoid the scale.
I will get back into my normal diet very quickly.
Okay.
But that is a good segue into probably the place we ate the most poorly, which was Belgium.
Yeah, look at this.
Because now we've gone from Brittany to Belgium. And in Belgium we...
Chocolate, sweets.
It's sweets,
beautiful.
Waffles. We stayed in Brussels. We did a few day trips outside of Brussels. So there we...
Sorry, I jumped ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
And that...
So we went to Ghent, we went to Bruges, we went to
Luxembourg, and we accidentally at the right place at the right time to see Pope. He was visiting Luxembourg, and all the streets been blocked out. Our tour was a little bit altered, but we went off from our tour guide and saw Pope, and he waved at us, yay! And everyone else, and thousands of people as well there, but wave at us.
Yeah, so you can see the Pope-mobile in the background. That's shortly before he left the building. You can see and got into the Pope-mobile and then drove.
Yes, I took video, which I'm not sharing here.
Yeah. And then de Nantes. So this is in Belgium on the way back from Luxembourg, home of the saxophone, home of a very pretty church next to a giant rock. And speaking of giant rocks, home of the Coq de Dinan. Which is probably
yes,
definitely the hardest biscuit cake going around. They warn you as they sell it to you not to bite it because
just suck it like candy.
Yeah. Not the finest of all the delicacies we have on the.
We have to get it.
I would. We have to get it. I'm always going to get it, but it was a little bit lower on my list.
I thought I bought one so I can use their toilet for free, but no, you have to pay €1. Yes. Anyways, this is Saxophone Museum.
Yep.
And then we move now again.
Yep. Now we're back in Brussels. Here we are at the Atomium, which is. I made the comment at the time. We don't really know. The Atomium is not that famous. Certainly in Australia. I don't know if that's true elsewhere. Like the Eiffel Tower, it was built for an expo. It's their most recognisable building.
Like in Being Boy in Brussels.
Well, that too. But I had not seen or heard of the Atomium until I started planning for the trip.
Yeah, so here it is. And then next to it is this Mini Europe. So Mini of European buildings, you can see all in here. You can see that we didn't really go to Italy. Plus, this is pretty wrong size-wise.
I must say that's quite a good. There's lots of those miniature places around, but the craftsmanship on these ones at Mini Europe in Brussels is very impressive. All
right, we're gonna get going quickly now. So it's up to 20 minutes-ish, maybe. Now we went to. We're in the Netherlands now.
In the Netherlands now, so we spent a couple days in Amsterdam. The first one here, we are
David. And
Visiting
Tarrant
David
is
Turchi.
there sleeping in the back.
I was sleeping. I was behind. You
I can't
said
see
get
your
in the-
eyes.
You said get in the photo.
Yeah, okay. And then, yes, we survived David's driving. No, he's fine. And we helped them with a sausage making.
With their neighbourhood party.
Yes.
It's a little suburban party there.
Yeah, yes. But we, this is the first time we fit in board games. Of course, we play board games arena in between, right? But this is the first board game we play, which is Hyperborea. This was published years ago, and this has not have the right marketing, the right box. It's a bit like Orion.
Yes, fun game.
Fun game, but doesn't look like, you don't expect that kind of game from the box.
Yes.
We all agree, like, oh yeah, why does it look like that? Anyways, and we move on
Yep,
to our
another
tour.
day trip. So we did a day trip around the I forget the name of the lake. The one that's in the eye, but Zanterschans, so town with windmills and cheese and a clog making factory.
Yeah, it was really cool. They make it from this machine, and then from a block of wood make. We didn't buy the shoes because I don't see I can walk in it, but I did get the slippers.
Slipper clogs.
Slipper clogs. I think it'll be comfortable in Australian winter.
Yep, and then we also went to Giethoorn, a canal town.
It's very
out on
beautiful
the
in
other
there.
side.
Very like small town. People actually live in it, and there's a lot of canals, as in almost all Netherlands, maybe.
Yep. And that was a small van day tour that we went around there. So 8-person tour, and we happened to be on this 8-person tour with 4 people who were
Going to Essen
going to
Spiel
go
as
to
well.
Essen.
That was amazing.
So that was a very small world.
Indeed. And then so we managed to have local delicacy. It's like I don't say it's local delicacy. It's like Instagram
Local restaurant. They I don't know. It's almost like a description from the Mr. Creosote sketch.
It's called wow crab.
Yes, they take a bunch of shellfish and they mix it up in a bucket and dump it on the table.
Yeah. So and they even provide us with dip.
Yes.
Like apron, long one. It's a nice one, Tarrant. Looking good.
You had one as well, and you've refused to post it, which is very unfair.
And then this is Deb and Rob from Wise Wizard Games.
Yes, we're still in Amsterdam.
Yeah, we
You can
do.
tell from the
Market.
coat of arms up in the corner.
Yep. Went to the morning market. What market was that, Tarrant?
Albert Kite Market.
Yeah, it was really good. Really cute. Everything is pretty cheap there. And I got some supplies, and we played Draconis 8 there.
Yes.
Oh, not there afterwards, but we just catch up. And we are now in Essen, starting Essen. So you can start seeing all the stuff from Essen Spiel.
Yes.
Starting with one of our
Let's do a
favorites.
timestamp point here.
Okay.
Welcome back, everyone who didn't care about our holidays.
Sorry. Yes. Well, this is our holiday still in Essen. But if you go to Essen, go to this place. I think our friends Canadians say that there's nothing quite like this in Canada, at least in Vancouver.
And I think this is a chain, but the Hausdesdöners, you've been spruiking it for a while, so we had a couple meals there. We do recommend it.
Yeah, very good kebab style stuff. They have vegetarian as well, I think. Falafel.
There I am buying a butterfly net for €1 because I'm sure Stella will do a video about a butterfly game.
It is actually coming.
There's no way you could get a butterfly net for that price in Australia.
1.7
Have to get it home
Australian, yeah. And this is the first day, so
Yes,
day
now we're
0.
at Spiel day 0.
So it's Rita, the designer, and Helena from AEG. And here's Thomas, who's a big Instagrammer and also has got a YouTube channel. And this is Duck and Kev. We're going to talk about more a little bit later, but they have great marketing, and this is part of it.
They were probably the marketing hit of the
Essen Spiel.
Spiel this year.
Yes.
Captain Games, yes. The number of times people said, oh, did you see the guy in the bathtub?
With shower cap, yeah.
The bathtub with blue ball pit balls around to make it look like that. So.
Great marketing. It's actually a great game as well. We'll talk about it later.
Yes. Although they were opposite Lucky Duck. And
Yes,
they
they're
were doing
confused.
a duck game,
Yeah.
and that was slightly confusing. But
Yeah. Well,
it worked.
we are at the Media Novelty Show on Wednesday, so they have that open to media people.
Yes.
And some of the games you can see here, Leaf from Tim Eisner. And this is I'm pretty sure it's almost production or the production copy. We did
I think it
video
is.
on
I think it's been out.
Yeah, yeah. And then it's just Canopy Evergreen, which is a different version of
Canopy.
Thank you.
Or a new game using the Canopy drafting.
Just some other games that I quickly show you, like Cascadia, Rolling Heights.
Yep.
And we've got, the reason I put it here, because we are not coming back with the White Castle Matcha expansion, because it's sitting for us at home already. Yay! So we will be playing that. We actually played the White Castle a few days ago. I mean, before Essen Spiel with David Turchi. So I'm refreshed and ready to go with the expansion.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Australia's. This is about Great Barrier Reef in Australia. It's from Cosmos. It's coming up. The Crew family also coming up. I'm excited about it.
Yep, this is it's using more of an Uno card shedding mechanism with cruise style objectives rather than trick taking. So nice one there.
And a card, it's called Stella. That's it, it's boring.
Yep.
And then this is Paul Grogan. We chatted a bit, we met there. Very nice. Well, always nice to ask Paul. And this is the symbol of Essen Spiel.
Yes, the face of Essen.
Yep.
By which I mean this, he was in that armour on all the posters.
Yes, correct. And we got this.
Yes.
We saw this, I'm like, yup. Terraforming mass boards with bigger engine build opportunities. Yes.
Yes, game we really enjoy, so can't help but be completionists there. 4 new board sides, one of which is...
We bought this
Yes.
day 1, day 0. No, day 1. They can't sell
They
people.
couldn't sell them.
No, yeah, that's right.
So one of those boards is bigger. This was kickstarted a little bit ago.
Yes.
So longer game.
And we got Prelude 2 as well somewhere. I'll show it later. And this is Johnny Pack boots. So this is always the talk of the Essen of the cowboy boots with accessories. It's amazing. Is this Tarrant impressed by the monkey palace? Not.
It's just me walking past something.
Yes. Why are you in my picture then? No, it's okay. And
Giant harmonies.
Giant harmonies, yes.
I don't think they actually had that set up to play other than the novelty show.
This is a Pirates expansion, so Pirates of Maracaibo expansion with balls, which is, we have the game in English. Yep, thank you. This is Atlantis Exodus. We didn't actually end up with it. I don't know why. We've got too many games at the end. And we have our friend from We Love Board Games, Stefan and Chrisley, which we met and we play games. And this is Visual Media. They have the dwarfs, the last dwarf is coming up, the 4th one.
Yep, they didn't have it there, but they had spring, winter, and fall, and they sold them all out. So
yes,
good on
that's
them.
good.
And they did a good trade with their Catapult series.
Indeed. And this is my friend Dina from Dina Said So Studios. I don't know why the pictures is on the wrong side of it. And this is Tom and Mike. And the running joke is that with the Dice Tower is that Tarrant is not a real person. If you meet us, please comment below and vouch for us that Tarrant is actually a real person.
Yes. And of course that came from the fact that I have not been I haven't been to a non-Australasian convention since Origins 2019.
Yeah.
When we were much smaller. So yes, this was the first time for a while.
So if you saw us there, if you met us, please say hello in the comments. Let's vouch for us that we are real and say hello.
Everyone knows you're real.
I mean, YouTube doesn't mean I'm real. Okay, this is URL. It's not URL, it's called something else, isn't it? URL, I think. URL design. This is the upgrade components. They have great upgrade components. And then one of the ones that we have is from Anno 1800, which just simplify all the tiles. Like they've got many tiles in the game, so you just like store it as you can just take it and then just display it like that.
Yep, good. They do 3D printed work
Yep.
for storage solutions and components.
Correct. So, and this is us playing with Jacob of Terraforming Mars.
Yep.
And we're playing a game
their
called...
main release, which was Castle Builder.
Yep, we played that few rounds. And this is our friends. I'll just quickly go through it. Our friends there. Vita Lacerda and Ian O'Toole. I failed to convince Vita to do something funny. It was really bad. I was like, no.
And you can see in this photo and others from day one, because we're on day one now, we've gone past day 0.
Yep.
On day 1, you can see that Stella's shoulder, Disneyland shoulder character.
It matches my t-shirt.
Yes.
Which I unfortunately spilled food on that t-shirt. I haven't worn that since. So this is Vidal and Ian, and I don't know if you know that we do some shorts and reels on Instagram, TikTok, and our other YouTube channel, Meeple University Shorts and Life. Plug it in there. And I was trying to convince Vidal Lacerda to try to do this to Ian O'Toole. Draw faster, draw my game faster so I can make more. But he was like, no. Like, please, no. Oh.
Right. Some people like to...
Yeah, I know. I understand. I still love it all this and that.
So they were demoing the new one, Speakeasy.
Speakeasy, yeah. Which finally arrived.
Yeah, I think that it hadn't arrived on day
late.
1, as often would be the case with the black box, which is logistics. There were people who didn't... publishers who didn't have their games or their samples until a little bit later.
Yeah.
That is, part of the perils of large volume logistics.
Exactly. And then this is, again, O'Toole, Matt Dunson. This is my friends as well, which is from Broadway Toys. And we've got the designer of cities. Not designer, the artist for cities. And hopefully we see more projects from that. And designer and Tarrant in Octopus, which I really love. I can use it as a prop. And this is the next one from Chaosium. It's a cooperative storytelling Finding Cthulhu game, which is simpler than Orient Express.
Yep, so they were demoing Horror on the Orient Express, which of course is the Adam Kavinsky Euro-ish co-op. This one is a more conventional story-driven narrative game that will be coming next year.
Hannah is there. Hannah is one of a few. So thank you. I was able to capture some of the selfies, not all of them. This is one itself from Game in a Nutshell.
Yes.
And Groot, Christmas Groot. And this is our friend from Bali who has got Downtown Cafe, which is amazing. They made it to Essen. I'm sure their collection is growing now.
Yeah.
Tetris and Connie and Hans, and this is from Little Rocket Games, the display. I think it's coming out or already out. Yeah. And this Tim Eisner's March of the Ants. It's the new version. Just finished Kickstarter.
Yes, this was his first game originally, I think he said.
So, yeah, Light 4X.
This is a revised version, Light 4X, with just ants going around. Very fun.
They have really fun name for their wormholes. It's basically like wormholes, but with worms.
Yes.
This is very good. You can see the worms there. And then his other game, you've seen this before. Now, this Rust is coming up in, I can't remember.
Next year, I think they're looking at it. Yes. This is with Arcane Wonders.
So and then
saw a demo of this. This has a series of interlocking wheels, rotation, which supports a dice drafting game. Yeah,
that's very cute. Looking forward to this. This is the designer who designed Viticultural World.
Oh, my posture's bad.
So it's not always go. There are times we just sit on the floor and we're exhausted. We need to recharge, we need to drink, we need to have coffee. Even like we bring our lunch because I feel like waiting for lunch is too long. So we just bring lunch and then sit down and then have lunch on the floor.
Yes.
Some people called us like, oh, I recognize you while we like in like my mouth full of food, or you like doing something like on the floor. Not weird.
Which is fine.
It's just fine. Yes. I love it. Cold Express is the
10-year anniversary
with great components.
Cold Express coming out.
I mean, with the awesome components, upgraded, I should say.
Yep, so this is a deluxeified version that they had, a couple of new characters as well.
Living Forest Duel is coming up next year. I can't wait for this. I'm pretty sure they say, sorry, speak too quick. Living Forest Duel, hopefully next year. Next Essen Spiel. I've been enjoying Living Forest and expansion, and it's like people are coming up with Duel a lot. So
yeah, there were lots of
Duel games.
Duel games.
And trick taking. Limit also coming up, I think, next year. Now, this is I'm very excited because my friend Carl Lang designed this and then been waiting for years, and finally, hopefully coming out soon. Octocube.
Yes, this is a game with a magnetic cube that will roll and tumble around and pick up the pieces it rolls on.
And this is the other ones. We have Magic Maze Tower at home from Gen Con. And Tintin and Smurfs, we just saw that and took photo. And this is our all-you-can-eat China Bros, which is very, very delicious with Tantrum House and Eric Lang and Derek from Board Game Geek.
Yes.
We go very full after that.
Yes, we've hit, what is this, the end of day 1?
Yes,
end of day
Thursday. And then we have Dave, Luza, and...
me. Second from the left.
Ah!
And Paula Deming.
Thank you. I was testing Tarrant. Okay, so we bump each other. We bump to different content creators. I not always remembering to take photos, sadly. This is a game that is made by Ely River Games, and this is a game about collecting rubbish. I think the theme is awesome.
Yeah, this one sounds like a bit of fun. They had a smaller booth, but they were with this game here, Hero or Hero or Hero.
Yeah.
I forget how to pronounce it, but that was one where we saw the prototype a while back, and
Yes.
they bring a lot of fun with the themes in their game.
Absolutely. And this is where we managed to play Katamino Towers level 1, and 2 of us, like you and me, and failed. So we didn't get this game home because it's really hard.
Yes, this
puzzle.
is a puzzle that Gigamic has put out.
Gigamic.
Gigamic?
I don't know.
I'm afraid I don't
Sorry.
know either. So this is stacking pieces, as you can see on the right, together into a cylinder. Tricky little puzzle. But
very tricky.
if you do like those sorts of physical puzzles, that'll be good for you.
I think I jump a little bit this Abyss expansion here, which is games from years ago, and they have the tin version, the smaller version. There's Technicolor, and then there's Dawn, which is the expansion of Glow.
Yes.
We've demoed a few rounds of Glow. We really enjoy it, and then we gonna start a board game arena game until the copy arrives. They don't have a copy, so not English copy.
Yeah, Glow was a game that I had, I think it's 3 years old now, and I'd never really encountered it, but I really like the look of it. It's, black and, it's a Vincent Dutré art, but it's got this deep black and white with these little flashes of colour. It's very striking.
Great. Yeah, and this is the other games as well coming out soon.
Yes.
For family, push your luck, deck building for family, introducing to family. It's like 8 years old plus. This is again from Glow.
Yes.
And this is Peter and Luke Laurie, who are responsible to bring out Andromeda's Age. It's a big hit in Essen Spiel.
Yes, this was another one. They had logistics troubles with the
Size of the box.
The standard versions hadn't arrived.
Oh yeah.
But they did have their deluxe versions, and obviously this has been a very big game over the post Gen Con period. And
great game. We've got how to play video, so if you're ready to play, please look at Tarrant explaining. Watch Tarrant explaining. And this is Panda Spin. This is a shedding game. I wouldn't say it's trick taking, it's more shedding game. So
this is the first time I've seen a modern game based on what we call Big Two as a...
I've never played that.
There were really 3 games we used to play at university, and they were 500 Big Two and Texas Hold'em Poker. And so this is the first time I've seen a game derived from Big Two. Uses a lot of the same terminology, but adds some new twists, and you spin the cards around. So yeah, it's another different one.
Exactly.
I'm not sure if it's called Big Two. I'm not sure if it's called Big Two everywhere, but that is the Australian name for it.
Yes, and then there's this.
Imp in the Bottle,
Thank you.
Imp. This is a little trick-taking game that is a re-release, actually.
And then this is Fabio. Sorry.
Fabio Lopiano had a big convention
Shackleton Base is this year.
Big success with Shackleton Base.
Yeah, and then Murph, and then he designed a lot of other games. Three Ring Circus. And Tarrant as a leader of the World Order.
This is another one. We both have photos. Why have you picked mine?
Next.
That World Order is the World Order is follow up. It's a spiritual successor, I think, but it is lighter than Hegemony. So
yes.
It's from Hegemonic Games.
Yeah, it's very popular.
So they had this little boot setup.
Yeah, and this is the components from DV Games.
Yes.
This is very cute.
They turned the number of their components into earrings.
And this is Riverbed Hunt. So the social deduction
game.
And it's a fun one if you shy of social deduction. And I think more advanced social deduction fans also should find this interesting. They have a booth here with the finished product, so I'm hoping that they'll be able to reach people and get played because it's beautiful artwork, clever gameplay.
Yes, this was their first release.
Mm-hmm. And we got some other friends here from, I can't really pronounce it,
Majuegos.
Thank you. David Fertier, Fabio, and Luke. And from Tabletopping, our friends, Wouter, and gave us this lovely chocolate with somewhere here that they made.
I think I put the food away,
like truffle.
sorry.
Oh, that's okay. And then this is Candice from Board Game Geek, which I keep bumping into, except this time because I started chatting. It's weird, isn't it? Like it bumped into randomly in previous conventions. And then I started chatting, and then we stopped bumping into each other. And then this is Raymond. Oh, this is the this is Meet and Play. No, it's not yet, isn't it?
Not yet. This is in. This is the start of day 3.
Board Game Heaven.
So it was working with game toppers.
I reckon it's Raymond from his glasses and his moustache. Very good. And this is a Remnant, which Tarrant had almost full demo. It's not full demo, one round demo.
Had a 1 round demo of this. This is the next. I think it's a month
Mind Clash
from
games.
now. The next Kickstarter that Mind Clash will be releasing. Interesting. There's a lot going on. It is fundamentally a tight worker placement, but then you can move these ships around, and when you place on a ship, which is a worker placement, it goes and fights stuff, and you're trying to keep the ships that you have influence with healthy, because that's a big part of your points.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. So beautiful components, although this is prototype, they've done well with the component. And we're still in the booth, and this is David again with the lovely Zeph. He's a happy, happy boy, and I'm happy to see him. I think he's happy to see me. Still in Mind Clash with Victor and Dorka, and Eddie from Folded Space, which we met on the train to Essen from Brussel.
From Duisburg.
Thank you.
Yes, he had I had this because we were fairly tired that morning, and he has a very crisp voice.
Yes, very.
That I thought was a train announcement. So when I got on the train and we weren't sure if we had the right ticket, and then this announcement went, Stella, Tarrant. It's like, how does the train know that we have the wrong ticket?
I think we had we missed.
That version doesn't make sense. There must be a person here.
That's hilarious. Yeah, because he's has a like announcer voice, like very crisp. Like you would hire him to do your, announcement, one of those. And we left. Well, we actually our train was late, so we missed the actual connecting train.
Yeah, we had a fun train. We got a train out of Amsterdam at 8 in the morning on the Tuesday before Essen, and it was also the same day that Celtic played Borussia Dortmund. And so our 9 a.m. train was full of drunken Scotsmen.
It's true.
And they all got out at Duisburg as well because they were changing to go to Dortmund. So it was the noisiest piece of transport that we were on.
And I feel so sad to them after that. Maybe they know that their team's going to lose.
Yeah, I think they got flogged. I think they lost 7-1.
Next, Cats and Dragons. So we got them. This is from Fantasia Games, or their lighter sister company picker.
Yes.
Johnny Pack demoed this to us. This is like, feels like Carcassonne and Land vs. Sea. So you are building your engine, as this is Johnny Pack who demoed it to us. Building your engine as well as trying to put your pieces there and then closing the area, and it gets score when you close it.
Yep, very early development. I think they're hoping to have that one done next year, but that's got some real promise.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Kraftwagen. Is that how you say it? From Ark and Wonders?
Kraftwagen, yeah. This is a re-release.
Yep. And this is our friends again from Meeple Fun. Oh, the reason this is here, see, I've got my photo here as well. It's because this is matching Tarrant's t-shirt. This is from Codenames.
Yep, this is a...
Czech Games Editions has got this. So we now have got Codenames hoodie. Is that called hoodie?
That one is hoodie.
Hoodie, called hoodie. Or t-shirt called t-shirt. It's very, very fun. This is our friend, this is our friend's friend, Joy. You've seen Joy in our channel before, and then it's like, oh, I'm Joy's friends. I've got game to pitch. I can't say much about it.
Yes.
And this is our meet and play. So we have, in Essen Spiel, I love that there is meet and play events where content creators can list when they're going to be there and their logo, and then they meet people there. And then this one is the best one ever since the previous Essens, because I usually come there not playing games, just sit at someone else's table. But this time we actually play games, like two of us and then a few other people. We play, what is this one?
You can see us playing Three of a Kind there, which was, you would have seen on Tim Eisner's table earlier in the video. There we are playing Duck and Cover, which again we'll talk about a little bit.
Plays up to 9 people.
Talk about that again a little bit later.
And this is the Simon's game. Simon's is, can't speak Indonesian, so got a game called Jakarta Traffic. And this is Hannah as well and fiance. So we had really great time there. I want to ask you some questions. This is very important. I haven't got anywhere that we meet and chat about certain topics, our community. It's been all over, like Facebook, Instagram. I have Discord channel, which I haven't been visited. So I think I'm going to restart. I'm going to start a proper Discord channel. But Paul Grogan said he's been using Slack. So give us suggestion is where do people gather? So if we go to a certain convention, I'm going to put it in the chat so you know where we're going to be. If you have any questions, put it there for us. If you have any suggestion for the videos for us, put it there. So it's going to be more contained. So which platform is the best for you?
What application are the kids using these days?
Yeah, the cool kids. We're going to put it also on the poll, probably on YouTube. And see, there's YouTube as well. But this is like responding to this. Like, I want you to start talking about things as well, not just me initiated, because it'll be boring. Like for me, like, come on, I don't want to just dominate the things. And I know that some other people would make friends out of someone else's community. And I think that it's awesome to meet more friends, more people, even playing online, playing in person, meet in person. Please let us know what platforms, what cool kids use these days. Yes?
Yes.
And then I'll be there. I might just do it then. A second important question is, this is about to finish. We're about to show you the games that we have. Which game are you most excited for us to feature first? So, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Next,
when I say about to finish, this is day 3 that this...
You're almost done.
So
let's do it really quickly. Doodle Dash is really good. Chill Fox game. It's been out for a couple of years and a very fun game where one person is the guesser. So they close their eyes while this random words is being picked. Everyone else is draw as quick as possible. The first person that finish or that think they finish grabs a cylinder, and second person who's finished grab the dice, start rolling, and then it fits a red symbol, and then the person who's guessing start guessing from the first person that's finished. If they guess it, they get points. If not, goes to the second person. If not, everyone will get point if they can guess it. So the balance that, like, you want to finish first and have a really crappy drawing. Not this one. It's probably another one. The next one. We'll show you a Tarrant's drawing. Beautiful drawing.
It might have worked. It just didn't.
Yeah, okay. So a very fun game.
Yep.
Ronan is here doing a sign up, and the line is so long. So I just quickly, like the Ant-Man theory, if you watch our travel vlog, and this is the Ant-Man theory. Yes. So
Mini Rona.
Mini Rona. And then this is one of the designers of Golden Cup, Gabriele, who's there signing up.
This year.
Correct. And this is Connor from Inside Up Games, whose game Ice and Idols on Kickstarter or will be on Kickstarter.
Yep.
This is Terrascape Season 2, fully compatible with Season 1. They're releasing it soon. Terrascape has been so well received, so I'm happy for them.
Yes.
There's another, this is it.
The Terrascape was really well received.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of, we saw this as a prototype a while back, and it's really done a lot to reinvigorate the quick one versus many hidden movement genre.
And this is Skirmish, the battle duel game coming up also.
Yep.
And this is a newer version of Trismegistus. So they're re-releasing it. They redo the graphic designer for you who enjoy it. You hopefully still enjoy it. For you who things like you don't find it very...
Trismegistus was a tough game when it came out. It was the symbols and some of the things were really hard to grasp, and I think that really harmed its release, and I think Board and Dice have recognised that as well, so they are doing a revamp.
I was sitting at a place and somebody approached the guy in front of me. This happens last year, I think, with Bruno Catala. I wasn't too sure, and then there's Bruno Catala. Somebody came to, Bruno, and then, Bruno. And then somebody approached me, Vincent, because I know what Vincent Dutre looks like from the side, and now I know what Vincent Dutre looks like from the front. So this is the Vincent Dutre, very humble, very nice guy, who does artwork. You haven't heard of Vincent Dutre? Now, can you guess this? This is back again to Doodle Dash. Can you guess what this is?
Yes, we're at a meet up here.
Which I will talk about it soon. And this is the second one. What is this?
You can see I'm a little less sure that they're going to get this one.
This is you can
I'm pretty confident they're going to get this one.
You look confident, but they didn't get it.
Yeah.
So the answer is?
Nappy or diaper.
Thank you. And this one, the answer is?
Flying saucer or UFO.
Yeah. If you get it, congratulations! We're going to send you some stuff. I'm confident that no one will get it. Sorry. And this is a beautiful, this the other game that we played, which is
It's a Katza. This is a rhythm keeping game. I think it's going to be called Beats and Cats in English.
Yep.
And it involves trying to keep a rhythm going and doing certain actions.
I'm really horrible in this game. And this is Ito, which is a big release as well. It was out like 5 years ago, and then Ark and Wonders has it, and it is a really fun game. You all get a secret number each, and then there's a topic. Let's say, what's the weirdest things that the person to the left will say? So if it's so weird, it's number 100. If it's not weird at all, number 1. That creates a lot of fun because you're trying to guess, like if I sit here, if Tarrant say, I really hate board games, that's probably, I get number 100, for example. And if you say, my name is Tarrant, that's probably around number 1 to 5 or something like that. It's a really fun game. Plays up to 10, I think. We have that somewhere in here, which I'm going to show it quickly. So this is the Dice and Mystics event. They're really lovely. They have it every Saturday night. I keep inviting more and more people. Every Essen. I don't know if they have Saturday night within their community. Maybe they do. But every Essen Saturday night they have it. They pick us up. They drop us off. They provide us with food and raffle.
Yes, they're a bit outside Essen. They're up in Bochum.
Yep. And then this is it. This is the other people that we're playing with, and this is Alexander.
Yes.
Very nice.
Runs the raffle and does a fine job.
Very fine job. Back again, this is the last day of Vesuvius Media with the games.
These are the prototypes from the Catapult Dinosaur game.
And a few other things as well. Like this is what we play on the last day as well. This is To Glory. And this is the designer of Catapult Feud, Chris. We had twinsies that day, thank you. And this is Ivan and Maria from Hobby World. And we get Samantha and David, who's the designer of Curses Collins from Australia, Good Games. They're gonna ship it to us, hopefully. Because we're out of space, maybe. This is Danielle, who I found, and I love that hat. And this is Witchcraft. This is Maxine from the designer of Witchcraft, which we have the game. And it's a fun game about matching the requirements. We got this stencil. We're going to put it on the right pattern, finding the patterns of the game. Talent Master is called.
Yep.
This is Martin Wallace. We are surprised to find out the game called Zero to Hero, designed by his release, thank you, Martin Wallace. And the reason is because they haven't done any marketing.
Yeah, he did.
But they sold out.
They sold out of this one. It's a little non-suited trick-taking game, and it's got a number of clever little things in it. We'll show that to you later. Yeah,
this is going to be good. And there's a few other prototype components that were shown, which is great components. And this is the box, like the Hex log. It's amazing. Components amazing. It's a cooperative. It's like Gloomhaven, but really light for family, they say.
Yes, this one's a fairy tale vibed exploration game.
Yep. There it is. And then this is Tarrant's, clearly, and immediately is Tarrant's favorite character.
I did enjoy those or maybe it's an enemy, I'm not sure yet, but I just like that mini.
Well, a good thing is he didn't touch it, because when you touch it, you probably don't like it anymore.
Spikes everywhere.
Correct. And this is another game that is open up like Indiana Jones treasure box. This is the game with a bone component.
They got some bones. They got some metal bones there to replicate the historical bones. So
from Big Board Theory.
So yeah, these are from Big Board Theory. I think they had 4 or 5 really big box prototypes.
And then there's Emoji Speed Battle.
Components there.
And there's Emoji Battle, which is a really light game.
Yes, this just has those flexagons that you can see there, and you have to rotate them and try to find find an emoji that gets flipped.
Evergreen expansion, mushroom, and then bigger tree. And then we jump into Essen, which has got wonderful bowling, which you just knock the box and try to knock off certain numbers, so you get to match this upright pins according to the numbers you have right there, 2 and 6 in there.
Yep.
And then Gerardo from Beyond Words Games, who did
the strange forgeries of
Mr. Schreiber.
Mr. Schreiber.
Thank you. It's a teamwork.
Yes, that's
it's a long title.
We saw a black and white prototype of that probably a year ago, and it's I really enjoyed what the art is looking like on that. That's a part, not quite a party game, but it's a thinky little
puzzle deduction game. Yeah, and then there's ELO. I'm just going to go quickly through this again. Every time I say quickly, it's not quick enough, so ELO.
Number of new releases coming from ELO.
Yes, Bruce Lee's coming out with versus Muhammad Ali for
Unmatched next year. So they've got a few things coming with Unmatched.
King of Tokyo Duel will hopefully get it from Australian.
Yep, that will be launching now very soon.
There's a few things that you probably recognize. Time Bomb. Mythical Dice, and they have Pina Colada. Colada Dice, sorry. Canoe, okay, how do you say this?
Canoe Rabbit Bat Piece.
But really.
So that is meant to be a representation of Can you repeat that please? And the game is all about finding words that sound like other words.
Like this one. Peanut Butcher. Yes. Peanut butter. So it's a release soon. It's not released yet. It's very fun. This is another one. Popcorn is also releasing soon. It's about owning cinema and then trying to gain people to watch your movie.
Yep,
it's very fun. I can't wait.
Light to midweight Euro that'll be coming out next year.
Previews. This is a re-release, rejiggle from Bruno Catala and Ludovic Maiblanc.
Yep. Studio H will be releasing Cyclades next year.
An expansion. And then Griboli is a very good. It probably means Dr. Writing or something. No?
Possibly. It'll be called Dr. Scribble in English. And this is a play on the bad handwriting of doctors. So you can see the game. They're going to give you 25 seconds to write that prescription out. And then the other team has to put it together from the pills.
Yeah.
So fun little idea, that one.
Fun little idea for sure.
Had a few tries there, which was good. Yeah,
that's my handwriting, my bad handwriting. I had 25 seconds. And then those are the pills. I'm almost sure the Miko drew this because I kind of recognize his style.
This is Incantibus. This is a simultaneous action selection game. It'll be very visual for families. Everyone will have wands and they'll use the wands to touch what they want and try not to compete with each other there, so that's good.
There's a grumpy cat here that's holding the lid of the box.
Yep, another one that's coming next year.
Yep. Asian tigers, which we'll show you later.
Yes, Nuno and Paolo from of Madeira and Panamax fame.
And this game is by Pythagoras. Yes. So I've got games in there. And this is Seven Wonder Duel.
Lord of the Rings.
Thank you.
Lord of the Rings Duel.
Yeah, which we will have in Australia.
Yes, that was one of the biggest releases of Essen was that new, not purely a reskin. It's got some new mechanisms in there.
It seems
very
clever.
It's a little less brutal from a resource, like depriving your opponents of resources. And it adds a little bit of an area map. This one was huge.
Yeah, it's going to be like people lining up on there. And this is just like last day on
back at the House des Donors, which I think was the first.
This is Pauline and Marie from Hot Banana Games. We had some food there. And they happen to have the Light Festival this weekend in Essen City.
Yes.
And this giant eyeball. I still haven't got any idea what happened, but it just moved up and down and things like that. And look. Lots of people, lots of shops and restaurants, the huts. So like food truck. I call it food truck. Opening it there. And this is the area. Sorry, it's blurry. Like a big, giant open space with lights.
Yes, huge open square, fully projected. So they had a number of these sort of light artworks out, artworks of light out there in the community for everyone to enjoy. And I believe it's a week and a half's festival here in Essen.
Is this the moment that you've been waiting for? Maybe, maybe not. We're going to show you our haul quickly. Quickly. Yes.
And we've spoken about a few of these as we saw photographs of them, but yes, let's have a look at some boxes.
Shackleton. Oops, I just like hit the microphone. Shackleton Base.
Shackleton Base, big release from Fabio
Sorry for your French.
And Nestone Mangoni. This is one of the big Euro releases of the convention.
And
forward to that one.
Salfjord, which is a implementation of an older game.
Yep, it's a re-implementation of the mechanisms from Santa Maria.
Yes.
I believe most of the rest of the game has changed. This is from
Chili Fox Games?
Yes.
Porta Games, sorry. There's one person that did the Seavolution. This was pretty much sold out day one, I'm pretty sure, from Deep Print Games.
Yep, this was probably the biggest. Would this be the biggest hit? It seemed to have the most buzz, the longest lines, and be gone the earliest.
Probably they
At
don't
least
have
in
enough.
English it was gone the earliest.
True.
So, big civilization game from Stefan Feld. Huge hit. We'll see a lot more about.
Galileo Galilei. There's another one I think that's a good hit. This is from
Pink Troubadour.
Thank you. They're a new company, but the people that work in it is not new in board game.
Yes, and this is one of I think 3 releases by Thomas Holek for the convention.
Yeah.
So he's had a very big year of these Euro releases.
Someone else has made a comment about, no, now I don't just like talk to you, but we talk about it together. Yes, I'm so happy about this. Kingdom Legacy, which is from the brother of Jacob.
Yes,
Jonathan?
This is a... Sorry,
Fricks Games.
To fix that, one of the cards was outside. Yes, this is a Fricks Games solo, one and done legacy play. But it's this looks good. This has we played through the part that you can reset the game in, because you do make put stickers on and things like that. They say it's about a 6-hour play, and you're basically just trying to manage resources and flip cards.
Engine building, and then you flip like upside down and then to the right whenever you upgrade your cards. Oh, we jump around, don't we? Yes,
we do.
Yeah, that's okay. Whatever we can grab.
Yep. So we got 2 games here from the Pythagoras' what will ultimately be a 5-game series of Portuguese industries. So Cafe and Lata,
Coffee and sardines.
Both of these have been out previously, but these, coffees and sardines.
I was trying to get this last year, but couldn't get it. So and then they remember. So like, it's here. I'm very excited. Similar from Horrible Guild, 10 years of horribleness, which the cast of Similar, which they have their games. Yeah,
so they always do a number of Similar releases. This was a special Horrible Guild specific edition they created some characters for some of their games that had no characters.
Oh
so
yes,
they could
that's
put
right.
this together.
They actually did the artwork. It's like specially the artwork for this one.
Yes.
We've seen this before. Duck
We've seen
Cover.
both of these
This is
before.
Duck Cover Entry of a Kind, which we played.
Yep. We haven't
already.
spoken about Duck and Cover yet. We keep teasing to it. We
Oh,
have to say,
didn't
this
we?
This, I think, is going to be a big lightweight hit. This plays really fun. It is very light. It's on. It's not much heavier than Llama was a couple of years ago, but it plays really well, and it plays up to 7 or 9 with an expansion pack. It's kind of roll and write bingo-y in that everyone's responding to a single card, but you're trying to stack your ducks on top of your other ducks to get down to a single pile. It's very clever.
You've seen the bowling game before, and this is the Tower of Doubt, which is a very quick game from Ethan.
Little 2-player deduction game.
Fall from Little Rocket Games. You've probably seen it as well.
I don't know if we saw. I don't think we showed
that?
Fall
Okay.
actually. This is a.
Oh yeah, maybe I deleted it. Yeah, sorry.
It wasn't one of the ones we saw in that Little Rocket.
It's 2-player game.
So this is a 2-player game. You'll see from the back of the box, you're kind of building a grid that looks like a Cascadia grid. But in this one, you are trying to manage a shared one for your own scoring objectives versus your opponent's scoring objectives.
And here is Zero to Hero, what we talked about. We've
Yes.
already talked about this.
Not really. We promised
Did
we'd
we
talk
do?
about it later.
Oh, is it one of
So Zero
those?
to Hero, this is it's a twist on a trick-taking game in that there'll be 7 tricks in a round, and each will have one of these numbers, and it will show you how many points you'll get if you win the trick and come second.
Yeah.
And the trick is won not by the highest trump or the highest tile of the lead suit, but by the highest tile of the suit that has the highest sum of tiles in the trick.
Yeah.
But
It's
some
very
of them
intriguing.
some of them you want to win, and some of them you don't, because they could be worth
Negative points as the winner. And there's Red Jack, which is Studio H big release, I think, this year.
Yep, this is
There's some black, so 21? No, what is it called?
yeah, it's a blackjacky sort of
Yes.
game in that you're going to be adding cards, trying to get to 25 without
25.
going over. But when you play a card, if it's face up, it has an effect which will allow you to try to get there or optimize it.
And there's this one, which you have seen,
You
Doodle
have seen
Dash.
that one. Spoke very highly of that. I do love drawing games.
Yeah, I know. Bora, which is a 2-player games.
2-player game. Lots of 2-player games. We mentioned this before. So
Yeah.
this was the one we saw as Bolts earlier in the video.
Yes. And there's Calendar. So, Sorry We Are French, releasing a dungeon calendar, which has little games.
Yes, this is a year-long desk calendar. Very clever little idea.
I know.
And you basically just roll dice to fight the monsters, and you see how you go for the month. And they promise that some new rules are going to come in from month to month.
And there is World of Kensei. We've seen Alexander before from Dice and Mystics Events, and he helped write this and editing this. And this is an RPG series.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Very lovely.
And a bag.
And a bag! He's ruffling the bag. Oh my
He's
god.
raffling off bags.
Of bags.
This is
bed is
called
mine.
This Bed Is Mine.
very
So
small,
this is from
yeah.
Broadway Toys. You can see this is it's multilingual, this one. A very clever, interesting little 2-player game here. You can see you're either cats or dogs, and they're shaped like the digital clock numbers, and
Yeah.
you're trying to arrange them and fence off areas that you have the highest sum of your tiles around. So looking forward to that one. Slide from Gigamic or Gigamic.
It has got duck and cover feeling, to be honest.
Little bit. So
Yes,
this
a little
one,
bit.
little slide puzzle. Everyone flips a card, and you're trying to make numbers next to other numbers and have the lowest sum of numbers left.
There's a little game here. Pick it. There's a
Yes.
little game from, I think, Asmodee, part of Asmodee.
Yes.
Fission, which is a trick-taking game from 2F Games.
Yes. So
Fridgman Phrase.
Freedom Freeze had a couple of releases in this.
I might as well
particular
take
Essen.
the other one.
So this one, I'm hearing buzz about both of these. So we've got a big one, which is Funkenschlag Outpost. So this has some link to the old Power Grid. And then Vision, which is this
those
little...
two. And we have Witchcraft, which I played prototype 2 years ago.
Yes, we saw the photos with Maxine earlier.
Yes. And this is another release from Martin Wallace. This is the one that they've advertised, but they sold out 0 to Hero.
Yes.
Another Martin Wallace.
Steam Power. It's a quick little map game.
Yes.
Prelude 2. We love our Terraforming Mars.
And this is the one that some people are collecting this.
Yes, this is this year's
Essen release in Simulo. So they only release it once a year for the Essen release of that year.
Yes.
Gloomhaven Buttons and Box. So this is a small game spin out from Gloomhaven.
Yep, little solo game.
Ito, the one that you've seen me playing before and explaining. Agent Avenue is a 2-player game, which is really smart. It's like tug of war between the...
Yep, it's a little sort of drafting push, or it's a split and draft, push and pull kind of game for 2 players. Plays quickly.
Yes. And we have a story-driven backstories like Choose Your Own Adventure from Lucky Duck Games.
Yep, so Lucky Duck had a number of... They've gone back to their roots, I suppose,
Yes.
because Chronicles of Crime was what brought them a lot of success early on. So this is another...
The original game.
App-linked,
Yeah.
story-driven game.
And we have the Ticket to Ride Deluxe train set.
Yep.
Just little bits and pieces. Neon Hope, which is a cooperative game that they are going to Kickstarter early next year, I believe. And then there are certain things I have some questions. Okay, what makes you different? Like, they can answer all my questions. It's like, how do you deal with alpha players? And then they have that as well. So
Yeah, so this will be a story-driven campaign game.
good. And we have this, Gibberish. We have the games at home. We're just waiting for this English card over the Japanese card. So this is like making your own language game. Many people in Essen was talking about it. It's like a hidden gems as well, like 0 to Hero and the Gibberish.
Yes, so
From Hobby Japan.
Yes, you get to agree on a certain set of words, and then you have to make up the rest.
Can't wait to play that. We got Acropolis expansion.
Yes, we don't have a lot of expansions
No, we
here,
don't.
to be honest. So this is the Acropolis expansion, adds some new objectives to go chasing after.
And we've seen this before.
We have Spin Panda.
Yep. And there's Little Tavern, which is a little card game.
Yes.
And we have the expansion of World Wonders.
Make a liar out of me. Some new wonders and some more powerful wonders as well.
Yeah.
From Arcane Wonders.
We've talked about Riverbed Humps. This is the box. It's really beautiful as well. Now, Balcony, we saw it at the novelty shows. They call it novelty shows, like a preview of games.
Yep.
And look at this, right? This is a 2-player game. Again, another 2-player game.
Yep. This is still a prototype, this one.
Correct,
It's
correct.
got a bit of development to go before it comes next year.
So one person sits on one side, the other one sits on the other side, and you put scoring in. Like the cubes has got like all 4 sides. You need to decide what you score and what the opponent's score.
Opponent scores.
Yeah.
So every choice is going to give both players something.
And this is Flat Lion.
Another 2-player game.
Another 2-player game. This is by
Collectively building the
White
Flat
Castle
Iron building.
Red Cathedral designer.
Yes.
That we're gonna be very good. Flower Fields. It reminds me of Patchworks and King Domino. Both.
Yes, it's got a couple of those elements. Plays 2 to 4, but we're quite excited from a
There were 2
2-player
plays.
standpoint.
Yeah, yeah. Woo.
Looks like it could get brutal.
This is again Asian Tigers and Pythagoras.
Yep. So this
Pythagoras,
is
the economic game.
So the game is based. It's not purely an economic game. Am I upside down? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not purely an economic game. It's a Euro game that is rooted in the booming Asian economies of the 60s and 70s, and you need to be strong in the areas which are strongest. So
It seems like it has some clever mechanics and then linked mechanics and hard decision.
Yes.
Is what you like as well, and I do. Sunflower. Sunnavallo, thank you.
2-player game.
Yay!
Card getting game. Really
Feels
looking
like-
forward to playing this. It takes top decking out by having a pool of cards that you can choose from. You can bring a card to yourself, but then you have to put resources on it, and you either pay those resources to play it on your next turn, or your opponent can pay double that to you, can pay, I forget if it's single or double, but they have to pay that to steal it from you. So it always gives you the chance to set a value for a card before it gets taken. So I'm very excited by that.
Oh, so do I. Next one is Golden Cup, which you've seen the photo of me with the designer.
Yes.
So push your luck deck building game with kind of like a sport, feels like Harry Potter-ish. But it's not Harry Potter at all. It's like just a little bit.
It does. If there were, it does have that. If
Golden
there were
Cup.
a third handle on that, it would look like the Tracy.
Gay Project expansion. Excited about this one? Whoa!
Yes,
The
so
Lost
there's
Fleet.
some new factions and some new stuff.
Shelltech, which is last year's release, again from Patagoras. You've seen
Yes.
it before. The Miko did the artwork. I was sad last year I couldn't get it. And then Stevens. It's also by...
Yep, another one by...
No, it's by Roland Costa.
Yes, they had Cafe and Latte, and so this one is a bigger box Euro one from them.
And another one from Ark and Wonders, which is Video Game Champion. I fell in love with the theme when they explained it, because you are collecting video, you're buying video, you're playing video games, and you can buy magazine for cheat codes. This is how people used to it, right?
Yeah. You're playing as basically a 9-year-old child who thinks they're the video game champion of the universe. Just trying to spend as much time playing video games and getting good at video games as possible, but also you have to do your homework. And I think you visit grandma to get money.
Yes, you can have like IOU cards, like penalty cards from your parents to get money, but you have to do chores to get rid of those.
Yes,
things like that. And we have Tokyo Highway. This is a new Rainbow Edition. I know this is not a new game, but the Rainbow Edition has got different type of vehicles in there. I'm gonna show you it here. So. This dexterity or balancing physics game.
It's a balancing game, and it's almost. I don't think it's got that much balance. It's almost more a three-dimensional freeform tile placement.
Yes, and this is Reserva, which is Vladimir Sushi's release this year.
From Delicious Games.
Delicious Games, and we have Black Forest from Essen Spiel.
Yep, so this is, I'm not going to say re-implementation of Glass Road, but it uses similar mechanisms to Glass Road. It is an Uwe Rosenberg game along with Tito Lorenz. And you can see instantly from the components that we're farming again and we're building stuff up. So it's got a very, you can tell, it's an Uwe Rosenberg.
It is, and then there's Seti.
Seti. Is this our last one?
No.
Oh, we got some other
goodies.
fun things. This is our last big one.
Yes.
Last big box one here. So this is, I mentioned Thomas Holak earlier. This is his other big release. This was Czech Games' big release for the convention, other than these fun shirts. Search for extraterrestrial life.
It's based on not sci-fi, but science. So they're really searching for extraterrestrial. Now, I'm going to tell you soon what is the one game that we're most excited about, or maybe two, maybe three. But let's just show the rest of it. It's not long. We've got Orient Express Dust.
Yep.
We've got Essen and Indianapolis City board, which is very exciting.
Yep,
Cities
so from Cities,
from Debbie Games.
Walker Harding game, a couple of convention promos there.
Yeah, Harmony's goodies.
Yep, this is a dinosaur card.
A new fairy in the fairy ring.
Yep.
I should probably show one of the fairies here. And I think that's it, Tarrant. That is it. Do we miss anything? We might miss something. And
no, I think we've got it all.
This is like it's a mess. I'm so glad that you can't see what really is happening behind the screen around us. But this is it. We're not going to see some of these games until we're back to Australia. We're going to ship some of these, and then it will probably arrive 2 weeks. And so far has not been any dramas with receiving these games. So crossing my fingers for it. Now, question is, what is the most anticipated game or games that you are planning or wanting to play out of these?
Out of these, I mean, looking at the ones here, obviously the biggest releases here were Civolution, Shackleton Base, SETI, and Black Forest in the big Euro space. I think those were probably the biggest ones there. And having now seen the components from punching them out.
We have been doing punchings, yes.
Yeah, we've saved ourselves 5 kilograms of luggage by getting rid of punchboard frames. I liked what I saw from Shackleton Base. I'm probably now most excited by that one.
Very interesting.
And from the ones that are lesser known, I'm really interested to see how Asian Tigers works. A couple of those 2-player games that we mentioned,
Sunavalo, I'm really excited about, and Salt Fjord, I'm excited about. So, and then Terraforming Mars, new boards.
So new boards there, very exciting.
I know. And Black Forest, also I'm excited about. Okay, I should stop, otherwise I'm going to list everything else again. So,
and Zero to Hero, I think we're pretty excited for that one as well. That does sound very
And Gibberish.
And Gibberish.
Oh, stop it, Tarrant. Those are the games. Please let us know what are most anticipated games for you. Which games you want to see us doing content. So maybe we can help prioritize, because there's a lot of these as well. And a few others waiting at home as well. Including Shadow Moon Syndicates. Very excited because it's from Jay from 3 Minute Sport Game. He started designing games. It was actually a while back, but he started designing game for Arcus Games, which has got Shem Phillips help develop as well. It's very exciting.
White Castle Matcha, which we mentioned before, and a couple of others from Devia, so Daitoshi.
And In the Ashes, which is the Choose Your Own Adventure, or kind of like Choose Your Own Adventure vibe in the book, which built-in dice in the book. It's very exciting. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Then again, hopefully you have a great weekend, great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye!